Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Keys, or Mike the Madman. And before we get started today, I just want to let you know a little bit about myself and what I'll be doing during this next video, during the video, or next hour or so. So today, I'm going to be doing some matchup for you guys virtually. Normally, this would be done at a convention or event, but since COVID-19 happened, I've been doing more virtual shows. I want to say thank you to Pandemicon for having me, and I really appreciate the opportunity. So let me go over a little bit of information about myself. I am Mike the Matchman. I've been doing match for over 20 years now, and recently I've started doing being featured at conventions and other big events. Usually these involve me dressing up as Doctor Strange, but being here at home, I did not feel the desire to go down to the closet, grab all the stuff, and put it all on here. So I'm dressed a little more casually and a little more relaxed for this type of situation. However, you will be getting some of the similar tricks that you would see at a convention with a little modified twist to them, because I want to show you guys how I am adapting my different tricks to better fit the guidelines for COVID-19. Mainly just not having spectators touch the cards and show you what I would do in place of that. So without further ado, let's get right along, and I'll point out those little twists when we come to them. So let's start off with a simple card trick, my favorites. And we're going to take the cards out of this nice blue box here. And it would make sense for the blue box to have blue cards. Yes, that's definitely blue. Nothing different there. So maybe things just got a little mixed up in quarantine. I'm not sure what happened, but we're just gonna go along with it here. So one of the things that I've been doing, or messing around with the idea of, is using a D20 die to roll randomly. So let's say we get the number 15, for example. Now I can count 15 cards from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And that allows for a completely random number and card still, without having to have the spectator reach in and grab a card. So here we have the 4 hearts. Doesn't matter if I see the card. And we're going to put that right here on top of this pile and close the deck. Now I want you guys to notice that all these are red. And we have a blue box, so maybe that's a hint to what we'll see happen here soon. Let's see. Oh. There happens to be one blue card right here. Let me see what that card is. If you remember, we picked, or actually the dice picked, the 4 hearts. And this is none other than the 4 hearts right here. Now, if we take that 4 hearts and put it down right there on top of the box, and then let's do this dice thing again. Maybe we'll get a lower number this time, hopefully. I'm going to roll a couple times so we get a lower number. I should have used a different die, but that's okay. So 4. If we do 1, 2, 3, and then 4, you guys can see that's 8 hearts right there. And we snap, you can see that the 4 hearts now has changed to the 8 hearts. So that's our first trick right there. And we'll move right into the second trick, which I have right here in front of me. Just give me a second to put these away. Off to the side for right now. So right here, we have a old rag with a rubber band around it. I'm going to remove the rubber band very slowly. And this rag, actually, I found while I was going through some of my old supplies and reorganizing during my downtime in quarantine. And it actually was in a box that my grandma gave me from when she used to play cards as memento to hold on to. But let's see if I can get some of the cards out of this box here. Let's see here. It's sometimes a little tough to get out. But I think I got one right there. We got like a 6 of spades. And you guys can see it's a little faded. These cards are a little faded from being here for such a long time. They do not stay particularly well. I think you should drink a lot of tea with these too, because they look like they're tea stained almost. But we got a couple more cards here. We'll see how many we can get today. Depends on if I'm lucky or not. Let's see if we can get the other side. Yep. Definitely got a couple from this side too. And let's see here. Got a couple more. Put these a little closer back here so you guys can see them better. And I think that's all of them, yeah. Unfortunately, the rest of the cards have kind of just fallen to, or disintegrated to dust here. The crazy thing is that I'm not even sure if the box is still intact. Let's see. Well, the box is intact, but what if you guys didn't notice is that there was a couple coins that fell out, like some nickels, pennies, and dimes, and even a couple quarters. Now, what I'm confused about is that the coins are not supposed to be with the cards. That wasn't part of the what was supposed to be in the box there. But I think she used to maybe have some small change games and bet on the games, or use them as like playing pieces. I'm not really sure what they were for, but it's kind of interesting that the coins were in there. We have, like I said, we have all different types here, and we have 3 quarters. I'm gonna get rid of 1 and 2, and 2 quarters right here. We'll get rid of that one too. So we're gonna leave 1 quarter right here in my hand for the time being. And let me see my Sharpie over here. We're going to take this one right here, one of the quarters, and draw the little stick figure on this one. And then we're also going to put PC for Pandemicon on the back of that one. Close up the Sharpie there, and you guys can see there's the beautiful stick figure, and there's the PC. So what we also have here is a paper towel, which I will put a little weight on so it doesn't go away, or a shot glass with an animal that some of you guys might be familiar with. Make sure that the camera gets that. And another plastic cup over here. So what we're going to do is we have the paper towel, and we're going to ball that up right here. And put that inside our shot glass. Turn that upside down. Put this over it. Now I'm going to move some stuff out of the way here for you guys. Make a little more room. Move this farther back. And then we still have our coin right here. And this is like, let's say you go, maybe our little stick figure guy here, we'll call him Mike. Let's say Mike goes to the store, but he wants to go back to quarantine really quickly without anybody even noticing. So he goes to the store, and then he comes back, and he decides to go right back into quarantine. And you guys might have heard something. That was actually this coin going through here, through the glass, and into the napkin. You guys can see, actually, this is the same coin with the same drawing of the stick figure. Moving onward, we're going to go on to another card trick here. I'm going to make some room. Back to the same deck as before. We're going to take the other card out, as we won't be needing it for right now. We're going to use that same dice that we were using before, and we're going to do a couple things with it. Like I said, I've been changing up how to do these tricks for COVID-19 and messing around with different ideas that makes it less contact that I'm used to having with the spectators and the card, and then touching the props of the cards per se. So, for example, if I roll this dice, we get number 19 here. Right there. And with 19, what we can do is we can count down from the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and this is number 19 right here, which happens to be the 8 of hearts. You know what? That was weird. Let's go one more. Let's just go 20, and let's get a different card because we already used the 8 of hearts earlier in the show. Things happen, weird magic, but we're going to use the Queen of Spades instead. Make it a little bit random here. So what we can do is we'll replace the Queen of Spades right back where we found it, in the middle of the deck, and give the cards a couple cuts here. A couple more shuffles. And then we're going to roll the dice once again, or the die, excuse me, to get the number 7. So we're going to count 7 cards for the bottom here, and I'll say them out loud as I go through them here. So we got the 5 of diamonds, the 6 of clubs, 7 of spades, King of spades, 9 diamonds, Ace of clubs, and that's so far 6 cards. So we got one more with the Ace of spades right here. Now I'm pretty sure none of those were the Queen of spades. But let's go through them one more time. I'm going to count them first, being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The Ace of spades was the last one. And then, like I said, if we just go right through here, we have the 5 diamonds, the 6 of clubs, the 7 of spades, the King of spades, close but not a Queen of spades, the 9 of diamonds, the Ace of clubs, and the Ace of spades. Now, I want you guys to focus here, as we know the Queen of spades must be in here. But if I just take my hand and put it right over the Ace of spades right here, you guys can see the Queen of Spades has jumped from here up to our little pile of summon cards. Now, what you might be curious of, did somehow the Ace of Spades indeed vanish from this pile? Well, the way to do that, to know that, is to count. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Cards are sticking together on me. And 7 being still the Queen of Spades right there. And then if you snap again, we can actually take the cards and make the Queen's vanish back with the 8. So that's a little card trick that I've been working on here at home. I've actually changed that from when I created in 2017 originally. It's a version of 8-can, or any card at any number, that I have a little thought of. But we got a couple more tricks here. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and have about a 5-minute break for you guys to go ahead and go to the bathroom or do anything else that you need to do at home in the convention. And I'll be back in about 5 minutes, like I said. So, thank you guys for sticking around and watching, and there'll be more magic right after the emission. Alright, guys, I am back. I hope you guys took that time to go to the bathroom or wherever you had to do during that 5 minutes. With that being said, I also figured that maybe you guys would want to learn a little magic of your own that you can practice at home. So all you need to do is grab a deck of cards at this time if you have one lying around. I'll give you a couple minutes to do that. And what you want to do is you want to just make sure that you have a full deck. All 52 cards are there, like I'm doing right now. And then just be ready to have, you're going to need a table. And you might want pen and paper, but it's not really necessary, as I'll show you right now how to do it without pen and paper. But you could do it with pen and paper if you want to. Just a little bit more memory if you want to. It's a little bit more memory test or skill if you want to not use pen and paper. So I'm going to show you the trick of how I would do it first, and then I'll teach you guys right afterwards. So then show and tell. Excuse me. Or show and learn. Alright. So we can start off by shuffling the deck a little bit. And this is just how I would do it. So don't start following on just yet, unless you want to try to figure out as we go. We'll cut one more time. And one more time for good measure. Alright. We're going to spread the cards like this. At this point, I will either have the spectator point to a card, or we could use a dice again, and we'll use a different one, just a smaller value so it's a little bit quicker. This is just your normal 6-sided die, and we can roll that for this one. So we're going to let the die choose where it thinks the 4 hearts is in the deck. So if we roll, we get a 2. We'll add another 1 to that. A 6. So 2 plus 6 is 8. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right here. Let's see how the die did. Pretty good. So if we take the next option here, I'm going to put this right here, that card. And we're going to try to find the 8 diamonds this time with the same die. We're going to do 4 cards. That's the first one. We'll do 3 more. Alright. So let's roll 3. And then we'll do 1 more. 2. So that's 5. Let's go for the bottom this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the die of power does it again, getting it right one more time, or the second time now. So now we're going to look for the jack of diamonds. So we're going to roll once, which is 3, and twice, which is 4, so 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How lucky can this die be? In this case, very lucky. So what I'll do is I'll just take it over here. I feel like this is a good spot right here for the 6 of spades. Is the one I'm feeling right now. Now, this is where the pen and paper would come into play if you had written down the cards before, but I said you could also do it by memory. So for example, we had the 4 of hearts, the 8 of diamonds, the jack of diamonds, and the 6 of spades all match the cards that we had randomly found by a die, just rolling a die. I swear it was not weighted, as you saw we got random numbers for the whole time. And you can see those are all the cards that we talked about, or we mentioned. If you want to know how it's done, go ahead and grab that deck of cards. I'll give you a couple more minutes if you didn't grab it earlier. Make sure you have all 52 cards. And then what you want to do is you can mix it up a little bit if you want to start. Just do any shuffle that you feel that you prefer. If you want to know how to do overhand, I'll give you really quick instruction on that. You want to just drop, grab it with your dominant hand, and drop into your non-dominant hand just with little piles, just releasing slowly. Then, when you're done with that shuffle, you're going to take a quick look right here. And I know you guys can't see it because of the camera angle, but I can see from right here the bottom card. I'll show you guys the bottom card because you do need to know it for this trick. So right now you can see it's ace of clubs. So you can spread it out, deck like that. And I'll go over how to do that once, as it's not necessarily important to the trick, but it does look nice. And there's also different ways to do this, that people have different methods to do this spread. My preferred method is to have my 3 fingers, my ring, middle, and pinky, on the top of the deck, my thumb on the bottom, and my index sitting on the left side of the deck to spread it from left to right, like you would read a book. Or, that may be wrong, I just realized. Don't worry about it. But from left to right. Yeah, that's how you read a book, okay. I don't know why I was blanking on that, but anyway. So you're going to take that, and with your index finger, you're going to press slowly down and just let it go, and then use your index finger to file out one by one. If you're on a nice table like this that has felt on it, you can also do the flip thing, but we'll do that later on at the moment. So right now, you're going to tell them, usually I would have them point to a card like that, but that would involve them touching the card sometimes, or pointing and getting pretty close to the cards. With this, a die, you can just do some random numbers, and that will allow for me to do the same thing I just did. So we'll teach you this way. So you know that your ace of clubs is at the bottom of the deck right here. And I'll separate that out for you a little bit, guys. But it's right there. So you're going to tell them that we're going to try to find the ace of clubs. Keep in mind, they do not know, or your audience does not know, that the ace of clubs is down here. So I roll the die. We get 6, for example. I count 6 from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. This is not the ace of clubs. That's obvious, because the ace of clubs is over here. This is the 10 diamonds. What you want to do is you want to look at this without showing them and say something convincing. For example, the die did pretty well this time. And then you would say, next we're going to try to find the 10 diamonds. So whatever card this is, it may be different for you guys at home. You're going to say we're going to try to find that card next and put it aside. So then you can roll the die again. You get 1. And this is actually the good time to show you the failsafe if you want to do this. If you want to end the trick right here with 2 cards, you wouldn't have 4, but you would have 2. You could take the bottom one and say, all right, well, we'll just use 1, and we'll go with the bottom one. And that's the ace of clubs. And then you have the 10 diamonds right here. And the trick would be a fail-safe and be done. Let's just say that that doesn't happen, but you could do that. Just want to keep that in mind. Let's say you get 6 instead, and you want to count from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this time. And this time it happens to be the 3 clubs. So now you have the 10 diamonds and 3 clubs. So now you would say, next we're going to try to find the 3 clubs. This is called the next ahead principle, by the way, guys. So you're always one step ahead of your audience in this situation. You're going to roll again. You get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time you have the Queen of Spades. When you reach the 3rd card, which in this case, like I said, is the Queen of Spades, you say, I am going to grab the Queen of Spades, which I feel is like right here. And this is where you would grab the bottom card being the ace of clubs. But you don't show them that. You can put the ace of clubs now on the bottom and start off with showing the top card being the Queen of Spades, the next card being 3 clubs, the next card being the 10 diamonds, and the next card being the ace of clubs. I'm going to save this video, at least this section, for you guys on my YouTube page, Mike the Match Man, to make sure if you want to rewatch that for multiple learnings to find for a limited time for the next couple days if you head over there to learn that trick. I may make it a private link that I'll give you guys somehow in the Discord or something like that, just for this convention. Actually, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a unlisted link, and you guys will be able to find it that way. For that, just that part of the video. I'll just trim it, and then you'll have it right there. That will be available after the show. I prefer that if you guys did that. Watch it back to learn a little bit more. So that's our learning session for today. Let's go ahead and get right back into a couple more tricks here. We're going to do let's see. We got another card trick lined up here. And we're just going to go through the deck. We'll get another card thanks to die. I'll roll 2 times this. So 4 and 1 is 5. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we got the 7 of spades right there. Just wanted to make sure. We're going to give the cards a little bit of shuffle. And a couple more shuffles just for good measure. I'll also do a bridge. And a couple more to make sure the deck is thoroughly mixed up. Now, like I said, all these tricks are either about social distancing or being in quarantine. So we're going to put all the cards in quarantine here in their own box, as they will stay at home or stay in the box. And then we'll go ahead and lock the door by putting the case around the cards. Just like that. So, there should be no way for any cards to escape this quarantine. But let's just make sure that's secure. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And you guys can see it's pretty secure. But let's make sure a couple more times. 1, 2, 3. Still pretty secure. 1, 2, 3. Well, we may want to check that quarantine situation out. But we were able to get 1 card out of there. Happens to be the 7 of spades. Not really sure how that happened, considering we're having a box and a steel case all around it. But that's part of the magic, per se. Alright. We've got one more last ending effect here for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this special edition of the virtual show. And I look forward to doing live shows in the future here. Soon, when it is back to being safe. I'm sure you guys miss conventions too. But for now, please stay at home and keep us safe. And limit your trips to what is necessary for you and your family. So here we have our deck of cards. And we're going to pick another card here. We'll use the D20 here to roll. And we got 12. So we're going to count down 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right here. We're going to use the the King of Hearts, excuse me. King of Hearts right there. And we're going to put that right about 26 cards down, about halfway down. Right there. Now the crazy thing is this king moves very quick, like a flash of lightning. All the way to the top right there. So we're going to take that King of Hearts and we're going to put it inside one of our plastic bags right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the next card down, which happens to be the Six of Hearts, which is kind of interesting because that's my favorite card. And that's my favorite card because I started Magic when I was 6 years old, over 20 years ago, as I said at the beginning of the show. And the hearts represent my love and passion for the art of Magic. Now, plastic bags create their own quarantine situation, whereas that King of Hearts is sealed inside that plastic bag right here. But I want you guys to keep your eyes up here, as I'm just to take my hand right here. I see the Six of Hearts. Watch it closely. Now, that definitely is not the Six of Hearts anymore. That looks like, to me, the King of Hearts. However, if I go so slowly to take this and show you guys, the Six of Hearts is right here. Now, I'm sure some of you are saying, wait, what just happened? And you're going to ask if I can do it again. And the answer, just as once, is yes. So we have the Six of Hearts here, and we have the King of Hearts on top here. If I take the Six of Hearts out of the quarantine, out of the sealed bag, put it right here on the table, and put the King of Hearts right next to it, and then roll the six-sided die, we'll mix it up 6 times. So we're going to switch these cards around once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and 6 times. Just like that little game where the ball is under one of the cups. Now, you have a 50-50 shot of getting this right. I'm going to put this die on where I think King of Hearts is. And that must be right because this is the Six of Hearts. However, I noted before that king moves ridiculously fast, or furiously fast. And if we just take that Six of Hearts and shake it, you guys can see that it changes right to the King of Hearts. And then under the die here, we now have the Six of Hearts again. Now again, if we take the Six of Hearts, flip it over, and there again is the King of Hearts. that is one of my favorite routines. Sometimes I open it, sometimes I close with it. And today it just called for closing with it. So that'll be the last trick of today's show. I absolutely love that routine. I've added and changed it over the years. And it's always everybody's favorite, or usually one of their top fives that they request to see from me. So thank you guys for joining me, Mike the Matchman, for today's show. I really appreciate having this opportunity from Pandemicon and from all of you to perform for you guys during these hard times. I hope to see you, or maybe see one of you at our convention in the future, and maybe I can see and meet you in person when it's safe and if you guys feel it to be appropriate. I do not want to force any of you guys to meet me in person if you don't want to. However, if you would like to, your best chance is to find me somewhere, hopefully in the North Florida area, at a convention as Doctor Strange. You can also see when I will be at any convention or event on my Facebook page, Mike the Matchman. I usually post it on Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, and all other social media places that I am active. So, if you follow me on all those, which I will give you guys links to in the Discord during the show, then you can find out what any event that I am booked for. For example, this one, even the virtual one was on there. And I will make sure that you can find me easily when and where I am at for the future. But until things resume back to safe and normal, I will be doing virtual shows like this one, either pre-recorded or live if my computer is cooperating with the live situation, as it's been a little bit difficult recently. But thank you guys for watching once again. Thank you, Pandemicon, for having me once again. And thank you, all my fans and friends and family. Hopefully we will be back to regular situations soon. Till then, make every moment magical.